Does black supremacy exist? Are black people more racist than white people? I'm going to go on the record and say, yeah, black supremacy does absolutely exist. There are more people like the guy on your screen than we're probably willing to admit. You see, being a racist black man in America, is protected more or less, right? We as black people, we've been oppressed and all that. There was slavery, the Emancipation Proclamation, and all that stuff. There's clearly a history of racism, clearly against black people, but here we are now hundreds of years after the Civil War, and it appears that black people are more racist than white people. I don't know if black people are more racist than white people. I don't think we'll ever know who's more racist, but I do know this. I do know that it's more socially acceptable for black people to be racist against any other race they want to than it is for white people to be racist against anybody. So the answer to the question, as far as I'm concerned, does black supremacy exist? Abso-fucking-lutely. Guys like Malik Zulu Shabazz, and if you guys don't remember who he is,
the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
That's a black supremacist. That is absolutely a black supremacist. 1000%. There are other content creators who I have mentioned. They are clearly black supremacists. I'm not going to mention their names, but you know who you are. You know who you are. Listen, white supremacy is bad. We all know that. We all know that. But in the end, there are groups of black people who really do believe that black people are the master race. They think just like this guy. So that's the question. Does black supremacy exist? My answer is yes. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. 516-387-1987. 516-387-1987 is the number to call. The phone lines are officially, open, and I'm going to start taking calls about this right now. So let's go ahead and get this party started here. Does black supremacy exist? Let's go to Jay Blaze in Maine. Jay Blaze in Maine, you're on Live with Donovan. Does black supremacy exist? I say yes. Do you agree or disagree?
So I would say the new conditioning of society is to embrace your victimhood.
Okay.
And so I think a lot of people have been taught to embrace that they're black people are victims.
Okay.
And so they use the external stuff to, and it's like a toxic, because you need to like love yourself from within, but they're not doing that. They're taking all the external stuff they're hearing and using that as fuel to agree with the victimhood, and then they're pushing on to others.
So you don't think that that black supremacy exists. You're just saying that, hey, black supremacy, black people are taught to embrace their victimhood. Is that what your position is on that?
Well, they're using the victimhood to then push out their supremacy, because I just think we're being taught not to respect each other.
Okay.
And that they're using it as supremacy. So I do think it exists, but I think it's taught instead of just being.
Instead of just being what?
Instead of us respecting each other and not seeing color or how we're like, instead of seeing all of that, we're. It's hard to explain because
okay.
I was just taught differently and not seeing like how people act.
Okay.
Just seeing the world in a victimhood mentality.
Okay.
That's my belief on that.
Okay. All right. Jay Blaze, I appreciate you chiming in on this, man. Thanks for calling in.
Sorry if I wasn't clear.
No, that's okay. That's quite all right. Jay Blaze in Maine, I appreciate the call. Yeah, listen, I know that white people who call in are going to be very, very timid about this. And I mean, I understand why you would be timid as a white person calling about something like this. But we'll see what I don't know. We'll see how it shakes out. Let us go to Marcus in New Jersey. Marcus in New Jersey, you're on Live with Donovan.
Hey, Donovan, how's it going, brother?
Doing good, man. How about yourself?
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man, with the high tolerance, with the negative callers calling you, man. I couldn't do it if I was you, but thank God that you did it, man.
It takes practice, I will tell you that.
Hey, man, I know it's hard, but I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Yeah, we do have black supremacy, man. We
Okay.
do.
Okay.
I'm not gonna, it's even Martin Luther King said the same thing.
Now that I did
Black
not know.
supremacy is just as dangerous as white supremacy.
Okay.
And this is back in the 60s.
Okay.
Now, you had the Black Panthers in the 60s. They was more of a righteous group, but can you call them a black supremacy? Yes, you can. You could say it's more of a self-defense mechanism.
Okay.
But things that happened in the 60s to now that happened 62 years ago changed. We have a black supremacy right now, which is the BLM.
Yes. Yeah, of course. And BLM, and when you say BLM, you're thinking Black Lives Matter, just to be clear.
Yeah, exactly. If you're not with us, then you're against us.
Yeah.
You can't. You're going to be scrutinized if you say all lives matter. I'm a black man. Yes, I have other ethnicities inside of me, but at the end of the day, yes. Am I going to say Black Lives Matter? Yes, but at the end of the day, all lives matter.
Yeah. Right. So you think that Black Lives? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
No, I'm sorry. We kind of like break it up over the phone. But what you say, Donovan?
I was going to say, so you believe that Black Lives Matter is a black supremacist type group?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right.
It is.
Okay. Very good.
I also feel as though it's a scam.
Okay.
I feel as though I'm gonna be honest with you. It starts within ourselves.
Okay.
But yet, when another ethnicity, rather be a white cop or a white person that kills a black person, then they're ready to march.
Right.
You have people. You have black kids and black families that live in the inner city that are being killed by their own kind.
That's right.
Where's the marching? Where's the protest?
Well, it's just like Jay Blaze said, Marcus, is that black people, we are taught to embrace our victimhood. So if anything happens to us, and I don't know how much you know about Philly sports. I mean, you are in New Jersey, but Philadelphia 76ers coach Doc Rivers, I forgot where he said he grew up, but he said one thing that my parents told me. He says, yeah, there's a bunch of racist stuff going on, but he says one thing that you never need to be, we are never going to be the victim. You're never going to be the victim. And I think that victimhood has devolved into what looks like black supremacy. I'll give you the last word, Marcus.
Well, I wouldn't speak on the Cam Newton topic, but Cam Newton, he's 100% right of everything he said.
Of course he is, yeah.
But
yeah.
When you're talking about the black supremacy now, everything that I had thoughts about the Cam Newton is basically reverting to the black supremacy. My mother went through this. My mother had a white father.
Okay.
And a black mother.
Okay.
And it wasn't just, and she was born in the 50s, God bless her soul. And it wasn't just white men, Italian men, or Irish men in Philadelphia that would say, oh, you're a mixed breed, you're a mutt.
Right.
Black people were saying the same thing.
Yeah,
to her,
that's right.
And her sibling. I was going through that as a kid growing up when I went to an all black school in Philadelphia. Oh, you're too light. You got curly hair. You got curly hair. Your skin tone is a Puerto Rican skin tone. You're curly too.
Yeah, bunch of nonsense.
Yes, black people can be racist, but yet they'll say that no, it's more prejudice. No, I look at it as you're racist.
Okay, very good. Marcus in New Jersey, man. Thanks for calling in, man. I appreciate the strong opinion.